Hey, good morning to you. Mark again here at WeatherMan Plus. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Got an update on the tropics as far as what's going to happen to Invest 91L, because as you can see, the NAM3K shows that it kind of gets stirred back up in the last moments right before landfall, just like we used to see through the ensembles. So if the NAM's okay and a high resolution rapid refresh is correct, then maybe this derecho that is showing for the Midwest and the Ohio Valley might not be as strong as it's showing. All the links are in the description to save you time. Hope you have a great day today. Now, if you've never been here before, hello. My name is Mark. I do upload every single day, just not Friday from sundown to Saturday from sundown. That's Sabbath. But I will make sure you're covered. Matter of fact, I always do a tropical update every afternoon when we start getting a little intense in the tropics. And right now, we're on a little bit of a break, even though I do see something coming and something really big coming. So hurricane season is far from over. Matter of fact, we're about to get into our peak of it coming this weekend. So make sure you hit the subscribe button because I am all year long. All I ask is if you know somebody that's in these impacts, please share this information on social media. Help alert others. If you don't use social media, I don't use it often myself, I understand. Just hit the like button. YouTube will suggest it for you. Now, we do have some watches and warnings real quick as this Derecho and Invest 91L moves forward, as well as Hurricane Larry as it goes up the East Coast. And it is still on a weakening phase, guys. Like right here on the East Coast of Florida, you have a rip current statement all the way to the 10th at 7 p.m. Now, effects will affect southern Brevard, Indian River, St. Lucie, Martin, coastal Volusia, and northern Brevard counties. And the rip current statements is from today, all the way from noon, all the way to 6 p.m. today. Also, all over here in the Northeast, all the way from Virginia, all the way towards Maine, you have the small craft advisory all the way to the 9th at 7 p.m. as Larry passes by. It's expected to be anywhere from 15 to 20 miles per hour winds with gusts up to 30 miles per hour with seas about 4 to 7 feet. I'm showing the seas might actually get up to 8 or 9 feet. And this is from noon Wednesday all the way to 8 a.m. on Thursday. Also, the severe weather for the Midwest today, mostly Michigan, and it will go into the Ohio Valley. There is a gale warning for small craft advisories for here as well. And they're expecting 20 to 30 miles per hour winds with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. I'm showing that gusts could get all the way up to 70 miles per hour, especially for Michigan. And waves are expected to be anywhere from 4 to 7 feet. This is for southern open waters of Lake Michigan from 7 a.m. this morning to 6 p.m. tonight. Now, we're going to get to that a little bit later in the video. Remember, the links are in the description. I'm going to show you the comparison from NAM3K to high resolution rapid refresh so you can see the difference. And as of 8 o'clock this morning, Invest 91L is still at 30%. It's going to stay that way as it meanders across Florida. But like I said, NAM3K does show that something could form up right before landfall. And we have seen that in the ensembles for a long time, so it is still possible. And Hurricane Larry is still 120 miles per hour and it is moving northwest at 10 miles per hour, and it is still on its weakening phase. Remember, we do have that next wave coming through, and NOAA is expecting from September 8th through September 14th to have a development of a tropical cyclone, tropical depression, or greater coming off the coast of Africa and the northwest of the Gulf of Mexico. When you look at a potential velocity anomaly according to the GFS, this will let us know when we have some updraft going on. And in our section, all the way from the 10th to the 12th, GFS is picking up this next wave, and it is picking it up very weak. So hopefully it'll be just like Invest 91L, and it'll just be a bunch of disorganized showers going to either Mexico or Texas, and there won't be no storm at all. And when we look at the euro, it confirms that somewhere around the 7th through the 9th, this is Invest 91L dealing with that. It does show that it is very weak, and it is showing that next wave doesn't even happen. It'll just be a group of disorganized thunderstorms. It does show sometime towards the 25th or 24th of September, we will have another wave coming. But this right here is our next big worry that we need to worry about. This is all the way from October 8th all the way through the middle towards the end of October. And this is according to the euro. And this is a big anomaly. This would be a major hurricane. If you look at the latest run according to the GFS, you can see the Invest 91L just stays a group of disorganized thunderstorms. Gets a little heavy for the Florida Panhandle, southern Georgia, southern South Carolina, a little bit of Alabama as the cold front pushes it away. So far, the next wave as it gets into the Bay of Campeche sometime around the 12th. It does stay to the edge of the Gulf of Mexico and rolls right up Mexico, goes up Texas a little bit, but then when the cold front passes away, it comes back into the Gulf, tries to do something, and it don't quite get together. Just a lot of heavy rainfall, disorganized showers as the next cold front that we have in the 20th coming back. When you look at global cyclones, according to the GFS, it does show that Invest 91L could slowly strengthen up right before landfall to a 1000 or 1010, a very weak system, maybe a tropical depression as it crosses over Florida. And at the same time, it shows that second one will stay somewhere towards Mexico and it won't even be a problem. You look at the latest run, you can see it is pretty much an upper level low. It tries to gain a little bit of power. It gets sucked up into this big high pressure that's coming down with this cold front. It always showed that it got attached to that, and it just disappears and goes with it. The latest Euro also shows that it will stay a group of disorganized thunderstorms, a little better grouping to it, but nothing that we need to worry about, because I did show that there's going to be a lot more shear as it gets closer towards the land, as it gets closer to the warmer waters. Euro also confirms that the next wave coming will stay a group of disorganized thunderstorms bringing heavy rainfall towards northern Mexico and the coast of Texas, maybe the southern parts of Louisiana. But the Euro also confirms that Invest 91L will be at least a tropical depression as it gets closer towards landfall. Now I'm showing you the CMC because CMC is showing something a little different. It is agreeing with the disorganized thunderstorms of Invest 91L, and it also agrees that that cold front comes down nice and keeps the next wave suppressed towards Mexico, maybe southern Texas. But at the same time, right around the 14th, if you look right here, you'll see that CMC shows that it might get a little rotation involved in some of these thunderstorms, and something could brew up at the last minute as it gets closer to land. I will keep my eye on it. And the CMC shows that Invest 91L will start to strengthen maybe to a depression as it leaves Florida. But at the same time, it shows that second wave could be a tropical depression crossing Cuba and getting into our Gulf of Mexico. As well as that next wave coming off, so far it's showing something weak like a tropical depression strength. And that's so far correct with NOAA, because they showed that tropical depression strength or greater was going to start here around the 8th. In some models, it's showing that the Invest 91L could curve left. However, I'm showing that's impossible. With that cold front coming down, the high pressure setup where it is, it has to go this way. It will be somewhat on a weakening phase and will be elongated. CMC is showing different things than other models. So CMC is not totally real reliable, but it will show you some things that other models don't show you. Like it's still trying to say there's still a chance it could be very weak depression and go towards southern Louisiana. Matter of fact, the automatic guidance shows that in 48 hours, Invest 91L will be right around here on the northern half of the Gulf of Mexico. And with the cold front coming down, in 72 hours, it could be over here towards Florida like the other models are showing. It could be on its way towards Florida, or it could be right here on the coast of southern Louisiana. And what we saw a long time ago, a bunch of times, is that it'll come right here by the coast of southeast Louisiana and just roll up the Gulf Coast across Florida. Now, the latest intensity guidance takes it in 72 hours and 3 days. When it's at that point, most of them say it'll be a tropical depression. There's only one, maybe two, that say it could be on the low end of a tropical storm. However, it's highly unlikely that it will be a storm. It could likely be a tropical depression, could still form as a thing right before it gets elongated by the high pressures and goes across Florida. And for the next 5 days, Euro shows maybe 3 inches towards Panama City. Matter of fact, all the models are showing Panama City is going to be the hardest hit with the rainfall. But everybody else could get 1, maybe 2 inches of rainfall from Invest 91L. The GFS shows even lighter. It shows maybe 1.5 inches for Panama City, with everybody else getting maybe 1 inch. Now, the NAM3K is a better model because it shows updated information for only the next 60 hours. But at the same time, NAM3K always tends to overdo it a little bit, just like HWRF. But NAM3K shows the same thing as Euro almost, is that almost 3 inches of rainfall for Panama City and a little over 2 inches of rainfall for Jenna as well. The NAM3K also shows that by Wednesday morning that we're going to start getting a surface low pressure out of Invest 91L, and it's going to start forming up a little bit. You can see the high pressure of dust that's on the south and east side of it away from it. And it has this last chance to form up and maybe do something as it gets towards the coast. And so far, maybe at 998, that would be a strong tropical depression, maybe a weak low-end tropical storm. And that is by Thursday. As it comes on land, weakens down pretty immediately as it goes across Florida, Georgia, goes down to upper level low, loses its vortex. And when you check for max wind gusts, you can see right here that the wind gust starts getting up pretty big. Matter of fact, it's showing it has a chance to get up to 65 miles per hour wind gusts according to the NAM 3K. And remember, the NAM 3K does tend to overdo things a little bit. But it shows it holds that power. Matter of fact, it gets all the way up to 73 miles per hour wind gusts as it comes on land. Goes down pretty immediately. It goes down to 40 miles per hour wind gusts as it goes across Florida. And Major Hurricane Larry is still a major hurricane. It's predicted to still be weakening and go down by Wednesday at 2 a.m. to just a regular hurricane. But as it goes by Bermuda, there could be some tropical storm force winds that Bermuda needs to prepare for, and just be safe. And here's a good look at Larry's eye, and it is a huge eye. Still a big storm, but it is on a weakening phase. And if you look through infrared, you can see that it went through an eye wall replacement. It replaced the eye, and it got even tighter right there. So it's trying to strengthen up on what it's doing. However, it's being unfavorable. There's upper level low to the north and west, and it will be putting some shear on it and keeping it away from the coast for sure. But you can see our upper level low is right about here, and this will be bringing winds from the west to the east, and it will be shearing this system as it starts moving north right alongside it. Now from NOAA, large swells generated by Larry will continue to affect the Lesser Antilles, portions of the Greater Antilles, and the Bahamas through midweek. Significant swells should reach the east coast of the United States and Atlantic Canada by midweek and continue affecting these shores through the end of the week. These swells will likely cause life-threatening surf and rip current conditions, and beachgoers and other interests along these coasts are urged to follow the guidelines of lifeguards and local officials this week. It don't matter how strong of a swimmer you are, these currents will pull you out. Now, Larry is forecast to approach Bermuda during the next couple of days as a large and powerful hurricane, bringing a risk of strong winds, heavy rainfall, and coastal flooding to the island by Thursday. Tropical storm watches could be needed for the island later today. And as you see, Bermuda, you're pretty much around 40 to 50% chance for tropical storm force winds as Larry comes by. So that's at least 39 miles per hour, somewhere in between 39 and 73. So far, the worst case for these rip currents will definitely be by Friday, and you can see these colors here, and the dark blue is up to 7 feet waves. The light blue is getting all the way up to 10 feet waves in this light right here. But it's anywhere all the way to 8 feet, and then this dark blue is anywhere from 5 to 7 feet. So you do have 5 to 7 foot waves that will be along the side of the coast, and it does go all the way up towards Maine. So you do need to watch out for the rip currents, because this will be strong waves and a strong rip current as this moves away from y'all. Friday seems to be like the worst day. Plus today we have a lot of severe weather, especially with that derecho coming by, and it is bringing a 2% chance for tornadoes for today. And here's your cities right here for who's in that 2% chance for tornadoes. It also will bring some wind. I did see 60, even up to 70 miles per hour gust winds, and it is bringing some hail. There's some nasty hail cores in this system as it goes by, and that will produce some very large hail. For tomorrow, this system is going to move to the northeast, so you do have a marginal for severe weather for tomorrow. You do have a 2% for tornadoes as well. And here's the cities that's in the risk of the tornado risk for tomorrow for tornadoes. Now the wind is going to be a little bit milder, but you do have a 5% for tomorrow. The hail is not showing, but you do have the tornado risk and the wind for tomorrow. When you look through an infrared satellite, you can see how these storms really burst up this afternoon all the way until tonight, and it starts getting really good for Michigan, then it gets into Ohio Valley, then it stretches all the way down towards Oklahoma and Texas as it just strengthens all the way down, bringing a lot of damage and wind, a lot of heavy rains, and some hail. And then for tomorrow for the northeast, the storms really start to burst up for a little bit of Pennsylvania, mostly for New York, as it goes through the day. Then when it goes to New England states, it's going to start bringing what's left of Invest 91L up to the northeast, and that's where it's going to get Maryland, Delaware, and Jersey as well. Now, according to the NAM 3K, by 10 o'clock this morning, there's going to be 40 up to 50 miles per hour wind gusts, especially going towards Wisconsin. But as you go through your morning, you can see that Traverse City gets up to 45 miles per hour wind gusts. Then it starts getting a little bit rougher as the evening comes along. So by 4 p.m. today, Kenosha could get up to 50 miles per hour wind gusts, maybe in the low 50s. Really rough over the waters. Then as we get into 5 p.m., then it starts stretching across Michigan, and we're talking 68 miles per hour wind gusts. That is very strong winds, anywhere from 50 to almost 70. And it will go continuously by 6 p.m. across Michigan, still in the high 60s for these wind gusts. We'll even get 70 up in there. That is very strong wind gusts and very much damaging. So you need to be careful all the way to 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. before it finally calms down to 50 miles per hour wind gusts, mostly for eastern Michigan as it goes by tonight. And you can see for the Ohio Valley that the worst really was for portions of Wisconsin and Michigan. As these bad wind gusts go by the lakes and Michigan, they calm down as soon as it hits Ohio Valley. So y'all around 30, maybe 40 tops for your wind gusts. You got a little bit of 42 right there for Illinois. But then it starts calming down greatly. Even the ones over towards Oklahoma and Texas stays around 30 and 40 miles per hour. Michigan definitely is going to get the worst of the winds. And according to NAM 3K, so far you have the heavy rainfall for Florida as Invest 91L happens. But within the next 60 hours, you're going to have heavier rainfall for northeast Pennsylvania. You're going to have some for New York, southern New Jersey, some for Delaware as well as Michigan. Northern Michigan getting the worst of it, and Illinois and northern Indiana. Now, NAM 3K is showing a little over 2 inches, almost 3 inches for northern Michigan, with sporadic half an inch to an inch from northern Indiana to across Michigan, as well as Illinois getting anywhere from 1 to spots of 2 to 3 inches as well. And GFS shows that this will only affect towards Detroit, where you're going to get anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, and everybody else getting light amounts. Even the Euro shows that you're going to get some sporadic heaviness for northern Wisconsin, maybe up to an inch, and the coast of western Michigan maybe get up to an inch, and that's about it. Maybe a little bit of an inch for northern Indiana. So GFS and Euro is showing light amounts, but NAM is showing it's going to be a good amount of rainfall and good amount of winds. And if the NAM's correct on that, maybe the NAM's correct on Invest 91L as well. And just a closer look, just so you know, as you can see, you do get some 50 miles per hour wind gusts for southern Wisconsin. But as you go into the day, you see that it gets all the way up to 75 miles per hour wind gusts. Now this right here I can see is around high 60s, maybe 70s. The 75 is over water, and it's not in the U.S. So just so y'all know, all I saw was a maybe high of 70. The 75 so far is not on land. And it does weaken down greatly as it goes by Michigan. So the Ohio Valley isn't going to be getting the winds like Michigan is. The chances for tornadoes do grow mostly for western Michigan as you go through your day. You got an 8 out of 10 chance. Now, this will stay all the way until noon today, and then the chances for tornado perimeters slightly go down as the storm gets closer to the Ohio Valley. They show some good cave values, especially for southern Wisconsin, northern and Illinois, as well as portions for western Michigan, but you don't see really heavy ones like in the 4,000s. This is around 3,500 the whole time as the cold front pushes it down. Now this is the difference. This is high resolution rapid refresh. It's supposed to be a better model, and as it comes through, it shows that your cave values barely get over 2,400. Not even strong at all. 2,500 to 2,800 is over water right there as it goes through. In southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, and western Michigan shows to be the worst case. Highest is 3,200 right there, and that 3,200 is still over water. So it don't show a huge tornado risk according to high resolution rapid refresh. NAM does. Now high resolution rapid refresh does show that the wind gusts will be in the 30s, even the 40s, then they'll get up into maybe the 50s for western Michigan. But as you go through the day and it strengthens a little bit, it starts saying 81 miles per hour wind gusts. Guys, that's over here out of the U.S. That is not affecting us. This is more like 60, maybe high 60s in that red right there. So high resolution rapid refresh isn't even showing 70 for Michigan. So I just want to make that point clear to y'all so people don't tell y'all, oh, you got 80 miles per hour winds coming, because that would be a lie. And the cold front's still coming, and by Thursday, The south is going to be in the high 50s, maybe low 60s, pretty much the whole eastern side of the U.S., including the northwest. By Friday, it's going to go way down into the Gulf, and it should be all of Louisiana and the deep south all in the 60s now by Friday. But it will warm right back up to the 80s for you guys. Matter of fact, you have a big spike of very hot temperatures over 106, 110 for right here. And this is temperatures. This is not the heat indices. This is only temperatures, so it's be a little worse with the heat indices. As well as the southwest for Arizona and California. Y'all got some very hot temperatures coming Friday as well. And this cold front's going to stick around all the way to Saturday as well for the deep south. So Friday and Saturday should be some pretty cool days for you guys, as well as that cold air that I showed y'all that was coming in bringing the 30s and 40s. It should be somewhere in the 40s for the northwest by Saturday. But once again, the AM3K is showing that this system will get organized at the last second, right before landfall. It will get some kind of organization going. Not strong enough because there is going to be shear it's going to be dealing with, but so far it is going towards Panama City, just like all the heavy rainfall potentials is showing. So Panama City, just keep your eye open. This could become a depression, maybe a weekend tropical storm. We'll see. Most likely a depression as it comes towards you. One of the hail threats look like its strongest is around 4 p.m. today. And you can see all these hail cores going all the way down to Illinois. So there definitely is going to be a hail threat today as this passes by y'all. 4 p.m. definitely look like the worst time. Alright, I'm going to play this so you can see all this in motion. You can see Invest 91L and you can see the Derecho. And remember, this is NAM 3K. This is not high resolution rapid refresh, which showed it weaker. Something like a Derecho I don't take very lightly. That could be a very serious thing, so be very careful with this, especially with the winds. But God bless you all today. Thank you so much for visiting my channel today. I hope you have a great day. If this information helped you in any way, please hit that like button. Show support. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Today I want to read with y'all something else recommended by a viewer. Psalm 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God. In Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder. The young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet, because he hath set his love upon me. Therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. Amen. God bless you all today. Hope you have a very blessed Tuesday out there. Whether you're going to school, going to work, stay positive. Because positive thinking does bring positive results. Matter of fact, I saw a woman this morning. She wanted something to eat. I went to the store and I said, sure, I'll get you a sandwich. And while we was walking, I was telling her, hey, you know Jesus? And she was like, ugh. Like she don't even want to talk about it. I was like, what's wrong with you? So I just don't want to talk about it. I said, okay, well, you want food from God, but you don't want to talk about God. God loves you, And she just didn't want to talk about it. I said, you know you're worth dying for. You know that, right? I'm like, what is wrong with you? She's like, oh, thanks, hon, and she walks away. So don't thank me, thank God, for He loves you. I just don't understand why some people, they don't even want to talk about it. But it is written that it will get bad in these days. So I'm sure we'll see worse. God bless her. I hope God does give her help if it is His will. Thank you all again for visiting me today. Have a great day, guys. Nothing really going on with the tropics except Invest 91L right now. I will keep my eyes on it. If there's any changes, I will update you. Hope you have a great day. All glory does go to Yahweh, God of Jacob, the Almighty, forever and ever. Amen. Hallelujah, guys. Have a great day today.